Talk about your songs, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
I've been hanging out in Normandy with my main squeegee. I know 20,000 leagues under the sea, 40 nights and 40 days. I hung and bung with the Titanic and Hercules. This is where the power lies. Fuck Hoboken, Sunset. How many times you fishing army? So about my so army. Tacoris, Toshiondo, Terrando, Germando. Fuck all of you.
You know, poor people who don't like AEW.
That's all kayfabe.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Kayfabe here with me, Lorenzo, and my buddy Gabe. Gabe, how you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing good. It's me, Gabe, the co-host of That's All Kayfabe. How are you, Lorenzo, the real host of That's All Kayfabe?
Oh yeah, I am the real host. This show cannot be done without me, the real host.
I'm the man.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yeah, usually it takes us a while to start recording because you do that whole promo before we start. It's
And then I harass women. I spend all this time, and you're just like, I know. Let's just. How was your day? No, this woman and that woman.
Jet flying. It's like wheeling and dealing, limousine riding. I was like, you have a Corolla. You driving a Corolla. Oh wait, that's me. I drive a Corolla.
I drive a Colorado Chevy truck.
Damn, that's nice. I want a truck.
It's nice. It's nice. It took me a while to pay it off, but it's paid off, so I'm happy.
That is as the kids say, king shit.
Is that what it's called? King shit?
Sure, whatever the kids say. My friend Paul could confirm it for me. Because this past week, or like last weekend, I was talking to my friend Paul and my brother Richard. And like my friend Paul was telling me, like, oh, who is it that made y'all song? Like, it's actually kind of sick. And, you know, shout out to Marco V on X. You know, he was the one who helped make this song. And because like, man, dude, it's actually pretty sick. Like, you just do it for free? I was like, as far as I know, yes.
Yes, he's very what's the word? Great to the community that's all funny, that's all kayfabe.
Hell yeah, he's badass. He's badass. So again,
very much appreciated.
Yeah, shout out to Marco V and shout out to Paul and Richard, because Richard was about to listen to last week's episode. The last time I talked to him, he's like, "Okay, wait a little bit. You were saying that you're gonna get me pissed off in this episode. I want to see what it is." And I was like, "Nope, I got to go." And so I left, and I was thinking, "What is it that we talked about?" And I remember we were talking about high ticket prices.
Yes. Oh
yes.
My God, and that trend is continuing.
It's continuing. I'm sorry, Richard. It ain't gonna stop, man. As long as I'm breathing, these ticket prices are gonna be high as fuck.
Dude, did Snoop Dogg smoke with these ticket prices?
I know they're high. Did they commit a tax evasion with Martha Stewart? Because man, it's not built up on these ticket prices. Am I right?
I tell you. Ooh.
Oh man, just drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
Sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
Have you ever had gin and juice? Oh no, wait, you don't drink alcohol,
I don't
right?
drink. No, I don't drink.
Oh, that's good. It's okay. It's not not my favorite drink. Though? I think orange juice. Yeah.
I'd probably prefer apple juice or something. I don't know if you can do it with that though and it not taste the same.
I'm pretty sure you could do anything. Anything can be a mixer at this point. You can use another liquor as a mixer as well, but that's like if you really hate your life and you want to beat your significant other.
And then the liver, if you want to beat the liver.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, your liver's not going to win.
It becomes spoiled. Your liver.
Spoiler alert. What's it called? What does Paul Heyman say? It's not a spoiler. Oh, wait, it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
I had a friend named Paul when I was a kid that he had all the. Do you remember that cartoon? I don't know if you're old enough, but they had a Crash Test Dummies cartoon. Do you remember the Crash Dummies?
It sounds familiar. I don't think I ever watched it though, but it does
They
sound
had,
familiar.
they had commercials for the Crash Test Dummies, and they had toys of them. And he had toys of that, and he had toys of Police Academy. If you remember Police Academy.
Ah, dude, Police Academy is fucking badass.
Oh, dude, Police Academy's hilarious. But he had, for some reason, they had toys of them, and I guess if they have Ghostbusters toys, I'm sure they're gonna have Police Academy toys. But he had those, and they were pretty cool as a kid having those. I was like, oh, I've seen that movie. There were boobs in it when I was a kid.
Dang, that's badass.
It was cool to see boobs as a kid, and you were just like, oh shit, I shouldn't be seeing these. And like, man, they were nice boobs too.
I'm trying to remember the first movie I remember vividly where it's like, oh man, that's a pair of boobies. I don't think I should be watching this. I think it's probably The Faculty. You ever seen The Faculty?
I know of it. No, I didn't even know there was nudity in it.
I think I remember there's nudity in it because I remember a guy specifically going, "Why are you naked?" That's all I remember.
I think I remember one time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd seen boobs before, but the one time I felt like I shouldn't have seen it was in like Starship Troopers.
You know what? That's a good one too, right? Because Denise
Yeah.
Richards.
Yeah, there was that one. I was just like, oh man, I don't think I should be seeing this. Like, there's
Oh
boobs in
man.
this.
Actually, dude, Starship Troopers is a fucking badass movie.
I haven't seen it in forever. I know as a kid, like I said, I was like, I don't think I should be watching this. I was watching it at a friend's house,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I didn't like fully watch it. You know, I was like, why
Mhm.
can't we watch like Toy Story? And I don't know, whatever kids movie, you know. And but that one I know is pretty fucking badass when you like look back on it.
Yeah, you should watch it again. Like, talk about it. Talk about it on Tits and Areolas. No, it's actually a pretty good movie. I watched it recently. I'm like, hell yeah, this movie's pretty badass. The one thing I hate is like a bunch of eyeballs, and I don't know if you remember in the movie. There's like that giant queen larva that like the creatures bring out. It's like a giant fucking larva, and it has like 3 rows or like 2 rows of eyes, but it's like 2, 4, 6, 8 eyes or like 6 eyes.
Mhm.
Like multiple eyes, like in a certain spot that makes me itch. Where
Mm. I know what you mean.
it's giving me chills already.
But we aren't an eyeball podcast. We're a
Oh,
wrestling
thank God,
podcast.
man! I wouldn't be here when we're an eyeball podcast, man. We gotta do an episode where we just talk about like movies or just like random shit, man. That'd be
Hell
great.
yeah. No, it'd be fun. I know I was talking to or before we even transition, I was talking to my niece about The Simpsons, and she was like, yeah, you should talk more about The Simpsons on your podcast. And I was like, well, it's a wrestling podcast. And she's like, I know, but you should. And I was like, I mean, I feel like there's enough Simpsons talk out there in the universe that
Oh
we don't
man,
need to do it.
your niece is a smart girl. I fucking love The Simpsons, man.
No, Simpsons is great. I remember liking it and then hating it and then liking it again, and now I appreciate it even more now that it's like not the same.
I'm gonna do a I'm gonna see if I can throw in a couple of Simpsons references in this episode.
You're showing me do you know who Rebecca Sugar is?
No, I never heard the name before.
She's the creator of Steven Universe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some guy that turned out to be a pedo.
No, you're thinking of every other cartoon that exists.
Oh, okay, just not this one.
Yeah. There's actually a lot like Ren and Stimpy, Clarence.
Clarence. It was Clarence. It wasn't
Clarence is one of them. There's another one I forget, but there's a lot of them. Like I said, that turn out like that. But Rebecca Sugar made Steven Universe, and she made some comic that was about some dude who these 2 friends who really like The Simpsons, and then one of them gets in a car crash, and it has his like frontal lobe damage to where he doesn't remember anything except Simpsons quotes. and so
That's badass.
and so his best friend is still like talking to him, but just in Simpsons quotes, and it's supposed to be like this sad comic. But I read it and I was like, I don't get it. Like, is this?
What the fuck?
I was like, is this supposed to make people who all they do is quote the Simpsons insulted because they don't need like their prefrontal lobe or whatever to quote Simpsons? You know?
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm insulted. All right. It's like I'm kind of triggered at this point.
I don't know, but we're not a Simpsons podcast. We're not an eyeball podcast. We're a wrestling podcast. So we are here to talk about the wrestling. Did you watch any wrestling this week?
Oh man, I was asking you before we had recorded if what happened on Raw because I try to make it like routine whenever I come home from work to watch Raw, but I haven't seen like the last 2 episodes of Raw, but I did see AEW Dynamite since I was off this past Wednesday, and I think that's the only thing I remember seeing because a lot of stuff we're going to talk about either has to do with like future wrestling or like, events that happened before.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What did you watch?
Yeah, I did get to watch, I think, all of wrestling because I had missed all of it for the week. And then Saturday, I got up kind of early and just watched Raw. And then I watched NXT. No. When was it? Yeah, I think it was Saturday. I watched that. And then SmackDown I had watched the night before on Friday. So I was able to like get everything out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
like the job that it is and the chore that it is to watch all of wrestling.
It's a lot.
Dude, it is a lot. And that's, like I said, we're only covering like main ones, but because I wish I had more time to watch fucking TNA and all that shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wouldn't have money.
Here.
I wouldn't have money to subscribe to it if I had the time to watch it.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. If this podcast ever took off and we get like big popularity, then like steady income would come in. I would quit my job so that way I could just watch wrestling full time.
Hell yeah.
I felt like my health would be a lot better if I was to just watch wrestling full time. Like if I'm here watching wrestling, it's like, oh, like, whew, that was a tough 2 hours of SmackDown I watched. My ass hurts. I'm gonna go exercise. I would never do that because it's late at night. But you know what I mean. It's like I'll have time to do a sit up or 5.
Hell yeah. Sit-ups are nice. No, crunches are nice. I think I could do crunches if I really tried.
Yeah. I believe in you.
But what we can talk about before we get, because I wanted to touch base on what was it? The pay-per-view Backlash that we touched a little bit over last episode because it was on a Saturday and we recorded Saturday. So we can talk about Backlash and then get into the week of wrestling.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let's see here. Let's look at where am I? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we'll try to briefly talk about Backlash because again, it happened last Saturday. A lot has happened during this week of wrestling. I didn't really get to take notes on Backlash. I'm just going based off of what I remember. But honestly, the thing I do remember is that this pay-per-view was pretty solid from what I remember. Did you watch Backlash?
I did. And it was, from what I can remember and what I wrote down, brought to you by Papa John's.
Oh, Papa John's sounds... I was just thinking of Papa John's today. I think it's my sign to get Papa John's.
Dude, Papa John's is good. Papa John's is good.
It's good. Not a sponsor, but please be a sponsor. Papa John's.
Dude, for real. If you can afford WWE, you can afford us.
Yes, you can afford us. Just throw us a free pizza. That's all we ask. Every weekend. Every Sunday at 12 when we start recording, we'll eat a slice or 2.
But the first match on Backlash was the 4-way for the United States Championship. It was Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest versus LA Knight. And let's see what I wrote here. Brought to you by Papa John's. Like I said, Jeff Cobb showed up and helped Jacob Fatu retain the U.S. Championship on SmackDown. They're calling him JC Mateo, so I sort of forwarded it there. But Jeff Cobb did show up. They did refer to him as Jeff Cobb, but now they're referring to him as JC Mateo. What do you think about? I don't know if you recall like the match or what you think of the finish.
The couple spots that I remember is when I think Drew McIntyre was in the Tree of Woe, and Jacob Fatu was on the top rope, and LA Knight was in the middle of the ring, and McIntyre does that shit where he sits up, he grabbed Fatu and like tries to throw him off, but he threw him off and he did the swanton instead. Then he hits Fatu. Fatu hits McIntyre, I guess, with the running like back bump. Goes up for another swanton that dives out the ring, like all in a fast fucking sequence. And I just remembered, you are never gonna get me to fucking boo this guy. Like, I love Jacob Fatu, dude. It's like, honestly, out of all the videos we've seen with him, like his life story, how he's trying to do better for his daughters, him being giddy with the boogeyman, like, I don't know, man. That shit warms my heart because he does want to change for the better. And I hope, he still has that mindset where he's like, he just wants to do best for his family. That's what I really want, I remember that spot. Drew McIntyre took a scary fucking bump that people were talking about. He took a South of Heaven from Damian Priest through the tables on the outside, and it looked like his head bounced off the concrete. And so they said he was roughed up, but he was okay. And spoiler for SmackDown, he did come back and cut a promo. So he was doing okay, which is good. And like you said, Jeff Cobb showed up, and I fucking love Jeff Cobb. He is fucking badass. So it's cool, and it's crazy for them to be debuting him on the main roster already, because I know he was like a big thing in New Japan. So I was like, hell yeah, dude, this badass. And he was also in Lucha Underground as well.
He's a big dude.
He's a big fucking dude, but like not like big as in fat, but like he is solid, like just solid.
Oh yeah,
like a solid wrestler,
like a solid peg of meat.
Yeah, man. Like if you're to get like fajita flanks, and then you strip off that meat in the back, that's Jeff Cobb.
He's. I don't understand the name. Like Cobb, it makes him sound like a vegetable, healthy, and he's just like, no, this is cool. Not that he's not healthy. I don't know if he's healthy or unhealthy, but he's just meat. No bread, no cheese. Oh,
just me.
There it's.
Dude, we need a fucking sound clip of that. That's what we need. But yeah, this match was fun. Jacob Fatu seemed kind of distraught that he had help, because Solo Sikoa was the first one to go out there to help him. And, he helped him, and then Jeff Cobb showed up, did this shit to LA Knight. And I think LA Knight was the one who took the pin, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he took the pin. And all three of them were standing in the ring, and Fatu leaves kind of just like distraught, or like kind of, he looked betrayed more than anything. Do you know that he has like a slogan or like a catchphrase that he's trying to get by? People are like really behind it, right? Do you know what
he's
he
like?
says?
What I mean, or whatever.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what he says, dude. But honestly,
know what I mean.
It's like, I'm behind it though, man. I'm behind it. I want that on a shirt. I'll buy it.
I'm pretty sure it's already on a shirt.
I'd buy that for $1.
But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with this. Did you know that Jeff Cobb is like 40 years old?
He is not 40. Shut up.
Dude, from my sources, not. From what I think I saw, he was like 40 something years old. Like I think I saw like a thing where it was like you got this full debuting on WWE at 40 something years old.
He's 42.
42.
That's crazy. He looks young. He looks younger.
The shit he's doing for his like body.
That's crazy, man. Usually wrestlers retire around that age, right?
Dude, I'm about to say that's like That's like DDP becoming a star in WCW age. You know, that doesn't happen
Mhm.
anymore.
It's like Randy Orton wrestling right now, like 47. I mean, Randy Orton's still doing great. Like
Oh
nothing
yeah.
against him, but it's crazy. It seems like that's like a new norm now, where it's like wrestlers are like a little bit more up in age, because I remember a lot of wrestlers would retire like in their 40s, like mid 40s, and
Yeah,
now they're doing like their best work in their 40s. It's crazy.
I don't know what you'd still be doing wrestling in your 40s, because I mean I would watch that LFG, or you know, these stars in NXT, and they're 18 years old and they're like barely getting started, you know what I mean?
That's
And it's
fucking
just
crazy.
like, man, 40 something years old and making his debut on WWE. It's just like, man, that's a crazy sign, but I think they need more Samoans, right? They're just trying to assemble an army of Samoans for
Actually,
WWE.
he's not Samoan. I don't think he's
Oh,
Samoan. He's
he
from
isn't.
Guam. He's from Guam.
He's Guamoan.
Guam. I'm gonna say Guam. Never mind. I can't say stuff.
Gua know what I mean.
Guam, know what I mean?
Gua know what I mean.
Oh, I need to double confirm this, but we could go on to the next match.
All right, next here on the news, or on the Backlash, you had Lyra versus Becky Lynch. Lyra Valkyrie versus Becky Lynch, brought to you by Cricket 5G. They showed Liara's fiance. I don't know if you saw him, but he looked like a goofy goon.
Dude, people were roasting that guy, man. And like
bad.
a lot of wrestlers were defending him because he's a wrestler, like in the
Oh,
independent
is he?
scene. Dude, yes. Have you seen pictures of him?
I just saw him there at the event. Like, they was like, "Oh, that's Lyra's fiance," and I was just like, it was a dude, and I was like, man, he looks like a nerd. He reminds me of Mercedes Monet's dude, or whatever, you know?
Makazi
Yeah,
or
just
her
some
ex
like,
dude.
goon, some
You
goofy
should
goon.
look up a picture of her fiance, Lyra Valkyria's fiance, and like they'll say his name and then look up pictures of him. He's actually kind of like great shape, honestly. LJ Cleary. LJ Cleary. Yeah, like see if you could find a picture of him.
See, this is like, that's like who I saw. Oh, he's actually kind of buff right there. He's got
That's crazy.
definition.
That's Lyra right there. Is that her? She doesn't
Yeah,
look
I
this.
guess so.
When I first saw him, I was like, "Hey, that's Skrillex. It looks like Skrillex. That's crazy."
Let me see if I
Man, but
can.
everybody was roasting this guy. It's like I kind of felt bad, but I know a lot of people like don't mind. That's him.
He's not bad.
Nah, he's
He
not
just
bad.
he just looked like nerdy as fuck at the event.
Maybe it's like Clark Kent because the new Superman's coming out. You know, it's the glasses. Look, he looks buff. He looks like Jeremy Allen White.
Who's that? Did he play Superman?
He was one of the brothers, the last one that killed himself in the Iron Claw.
Oh, okay. I know
Mhm.
what you mean.
Yeah, I'm just throwing names out there. I don't think he looks like him, but he's in great shape. Like, but everyone was roasting this guy, and it's like, man, I felt bad. But a lot of the wrestlers were defending him. Were like, oh, this is LJ Cleary. Like, he's beating my ass. He can kick your ass too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
anyway,
This is me staring at the camera. Watch.
for audio listeners, Lorenzo was just staring at the camera.
But I wrote here, okay, this is a really long match with very many ref shenanigans. Lyra ends up winning with a quick pin. And just for a note here, I saw a guy that had a sign that said, "Sold my car for this seat."
Was it a good seat?
It was like where you can high five the people coming down the ramp.
Oh, that's pretty good. That sucks to sell your car.
for a seat. Because of ticket prices.
I'm not. Oh man, these ticket prices are so
Dude,
fucking high,
I tell
dude.
you,
It's not even funny. You have to sell your car to get a ticket. Man, those ticket prices must be high.
dude.
In all seriousness, though, I think this was probably my match of the night.
Really?
I really did enjoy this match. It was good. Like, it's crazy. Like, I think it was the first time I saw a spot where the turnbuckle was like unveiled, and she was gonna go and hit Lyra on the head, and the ref, what's her name, Jessica Carr. She was like, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't be doing that." She goes, oh, "Okay," and then like does something else. I kind of like that. I don't know. It's just something different, you know. It sounds stupid, but it's like it's the little things.
That Kung was it in Kung Pao? You can't be doing that. Okay.
Okay. Nah, but this was a very, very solid match, man. I really did fucking enjoy it. And it was just good. I think, I don't know if people were speculating that Lyra broke her nose because I don't know if you started going for that roll up pin. She was like grabbing her face like this. And then she got put in a. Obviously, Becky attacked her after the match because she won with the roll up. She got put in an arm bar. And then while she was getting put in an arm bar, like Lyra was still like holding her face like this. Which I hope is not a broken nose because I heard that fucking sucks.
Hell yeah, that sounds painful to break anything, let alone your nose that's right on your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard like you break your nose and it messes with like your vision and like your eyes swell up, your nose is bleeding, running. Like it's not fun. But shout out to these two women. They put on a fucking badass match. I just don't know how to feel about Becky Lynch anymore. I think I'm just like over her.
Yeah, I'm over her too. I don't really think she needs to. She came at like the wrong time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
don't know, and she just took it soured me the way she took. I mean, I know she didn't take Bailey's spot, but she kind of did, you know.
I'm the exact same way. Yep.
Yeah,
I still feel bad for Bailey. I want Bailey back on my TV, damn it.
I want justice for Bailey.
Justice for Bailey. Hashtag Justice for Bailey. Chat, clip that.
No matter what, justice. Um, Next match: Dominic versus Penta. Judgment Day interfered, and then El Grande Americano interfered, and Penta lost. It was an okay match.
It was an okay match. This one I didn't get to see.
Yeah, I think this was probably I don't know, I guess the strongest match to me out of the four.
Oh, really?
I think so. I like the way the crowd is cheering for Dominic, even though they shouldn't be. They're booing him, but like they're really behind him, and that's pretty cool. And then they're behind Penta too. It's just nice to see the fucking luchador Mexican scene be growing this much in popularity, and then it's for the Intercontinental title. It's not just a fucking match with what are they fucking what do they used to call them in WCW?
Cruiserweights?
Yeah, cruiserweights. Yeah, like these are buff dudes doing buff stuff. It's pretty cool.
I just miss Ray Phoenix. Where is he at? Has he been
He's fine.
fighting anymore since WrestleMania, or did he get destroyed?
No, I think he's on SmackDown. I'll have to see if I wrote anything down for him. But I'm pretty sure he's been on SmackDown or something.
I hope he's okay. And I've been thinking about Dragon League too. It's like, man, El Grande Americano is destroying all of these luchadors, man. It's not funny. It's like, I just like Dragon Lee. I want to see Dragon Lee on my TV.
And then next you had the Gunther versus Pat McAfee match. Brought to you by Karate Kid Legends for some reason. First half of the match was boring, but it got better, and then Gunther won with the sleeper chokehold.
It's crazy for me to think that Pat McAfee was lasting longer in a chokehold, for him being a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that irked me.
I just think it's out of stupidity. Like he's just letting himself die. Like he should be tapping, but he doesn't know to tap because he's letting himself choke and the air run from his body, not to his brain anymore.
Dude, people wanted to shit on Pat McAfee, and I get it. It's Pat McAfee, but this match wasn't bad at all.
No, it
And
wasn't bad.
It was far from terrible. It was not terrible, but it wasn't great.
No.
It was okay. It was like a solid like 6.5, 7. Would have been 8 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Dude, if it was on AEW Bash at the Beach at Beach
Beach
Bash
bash at the beach.
Bash at the Beach bashing, they were there.
But no, I remember watching this match and I was just thinking, like, I really hope Pat McAfee loses. I hope he doesn't win. That was my main thought.
That's how I was too. I was like, there's no way he could win this match. No way. Let's see here. And lastly, for one last time, and then you write a question mark. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Brought to you by Wheatley American Vodka.
You're so good at drinking neatly.
Why does Moscow always get the mule? Or whatever. I don't know.
I just like the cups, honestly. I just think they're neat.
That's what this episode needs. They had a cool table spot, I think, where Randy Orton, what did he do? Attitude adjustment him through the table.
Mm-hmm. Through the announcer's table, it didn't break, so he pulled out a regular table, and then he did that one too. That shit was funny.
But I wrote here, too many ref shenanigans. Randy Orton RKOing everybody he sees. R-Truth got RKO'd. John Cena hit Randy Orton with the belt and retains. Boo. I just put boo.
Boo. Yeah, that is a boo. Honestly, I could probably confidently say, like, without stipulations or anything, this is probably one of the top John Cena Randy Orton matches I've seen. This match was a lot of fun. It really was. Like, I really liked when Cena was going for the AA and then he switched it to the RKO like mid move. Remember that spot?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he gave him the AA and then he went like this and then Randy Orton just grabbed him and went for the RKO. But and then they were both out. And I was like, okay, that's kind of sick. I like that. But what do you think about R-Truth coming and doing a run out for that being like one of the final spots of the match?
I thought it was funny because R-Truth is typically just like funny, but then it made more sense once you understand like where his head is at going towards Saturday night's main event, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when it made more sense. But I didn't think anything bad about it. I just thought it was more like, no, don't do it.
I was like, oh, come on, Truth. Like we're all watching. Ah, come on, Truth. Fuck.
I don't know. I didn't think Randy Orton could win, so I didn't think much of it of R-Truth doing that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it was a good match. I really did enjoy it. It's like I just remember like Prime Cena versus Orton. I was getting tired of it because it was happening so fucking much. And here I am in 2025 saying like this is one of the better matches too that I really much enjoyed.
But that was Backlash. What do you think fully of the pay-per-view as far as giving it a rating out of 10 or out of 5? What do you say?
Out of 5, maybe like solid like 3.5. It was good. It wasn't great, but honestly, I could have this playing anytime and just letting it be. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna switch this match because it was fucking boring, or man, I don't like this because it was boring. But I could sit through the show without really any complaints, you know.
I'd say same here. Like I would say like you said, a 3.5 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I even put it back on whenever I was watching Collision yesterday, and I was like I wanted to see something about a sponsor on here for the first match, and I got back into the first match again, that 4-way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this was a pretty good match. It was a pretty solid fucking what's his name? Fatu fucking does everything right.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what I mean.
You sound like Cypress Hill.
But that was Backlash.
With the Sorry,
That
I
was
didn't want to
Backlash.
talk about.
Let me see
So,
here.
Backlash was last week, and we briefly reviewed it. Now we can finally talk about our week of wrestling because there was a lot of stuff that cultivated at Backlash, and it's kind of adding up this week to the future event, which we just found out that it's Saturday night's main event, which is this upcoming Saturday. We're recording this on Sunday the 18th. It's happening on the 24th, which is on this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that card looking like?
So we have, I guess, 4 matches announced for it right now. I mean, they got to have a women's match too, or I feel like a tag champion match. But right now, the updated card for Saturday night's main event next Saturday have John Cena versus R-Truth. They have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the world title. Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. And Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match.
This looks pretty solid.
I'm not against. I think the one match I'm like against here is the Drew McIntyre Damian Priest, just because I feel like we've already seen the top match of them. It was him and CM Punk in a steel cage match, and they just keep putting Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match, and I don't think anything is going to be better than that CM Punk Drew McIntyre in a steel cage when he got busted open by that toolbox.
Oh, that Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
Dude, man, that was a fucking great match, man. I agree, but not really like in a negative way. It's like I know Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest can put on a great match. They put on a good match at WrestleMania, and whenever they have encountered each other, like it's pretty solid. So it's like, did it need to go this long? No, but I know that they could probably steal the show with this match. I think they're going to do a great job with this one. The one thing I do notice about this card is how Jey Uso versus Logan Paul is labeled for the world title, but John Cena versus R-Truth is not.
So do you think R-Truth has a chance to win?
Honestly, man, if R-Truth wins, I will eat this hat. Nah, I'm just kidding. If R-Truth wins, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna crack the fuck up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I feel like John Cena isn't selfish to where he would like be like, oh, like I gotta win. Like he will do it just for the lulz. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm really hoping for. What are the over under odds on that? I'll put money on that.
That'd be crazy if R-Truth won. Like, I mean, just for, like we said, just for funds, like, because it's not for the title, for him to win, it'd be pretty fucking insane.
But the one thing I am hoping for this card is that they do add a women's match. That's the one thing I'm hoping.
They have to. I don't know what they should put Bailey, because you have Bailey there, just ready to go. Come on.
I know. Dude, I know, man. Fucking, why do you do that to Bailey, man? I'm so upset.
I don't even care if it doesn't make sense. You have Bailey there ready to go. She's ready. She's Rayleigh. She's Bailey.
She's Rayleigh Bailey.
Rayleigh.
Rayleigh Bailey.
Rayleigh Bailey.
Yeah. Get her just like if you have like a promo between like Becky and Lyra, have Bailey come out and attack Becky. That's what I would say. Let them have a match, because I don't remember them fighting each other like one-on-one where it's like rememberable,
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah. Me either. I don't remember either.
What do you think about the tag match, the CM Punk and Sami Zayn?
That's going to be good. I'm excited for that match. I don't think CM Punk and Sami Zayn are going to win, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sami Zayn always finds a way to fucking come back and win. He just always does.
Man, you can never get me to boo Sami Zayn, man. He's great.
He's always on that one hit point where he comes back to life. He just
He has that
resurrects.
resiliency.
I don't know. We'll see. But they got to have a women's match. Hopefully, it's something pretty good. And yeah, I mean, maybe they'll add another match. Who knows? I wouldn't mind Penta or Ray Phoenix.
Oh man, I need both of them on my fucking TV. That's what I need.
I think for SmackDown they were gonna have, because the SmackDown is the day before this. They were gonna have the tag titles on the line. Man, I'm trying to remember who are the champions right now? Top Party or
Street
Party?
Profits.
Street Profits. I don't know. Top Flight, Top Party.
Top Flight from AEW.
Man, no. Who are they gonna face? Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Fraxium.
Yeah, Fraxium.
Ooh. Oh, did they beat DIY this past week?
No, they didn't face DIY. They faced someone else, but I believe they're the number one contenders right now.
Damn, dude. I fucking love Fraxium. I don't think they're going to win the titles right away, though.
That'd be. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind if they won
either.
Yeah.
I'll put that in an IV bag. Put that shit in my veins.
But as far as Raw goes, that was pretty much all Raw was talking about Saturday night's main event. And then they have the Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, Saturday, June 28th. That's it. That's all Raw was.
So I feel like I didn't miss out on a lot, huh?
No, you didn't. It was just building up to Saturday night's main event.
Okay.
And then they have SmackDown here. I wrote down for SmackDown, Alexa Bliss wins a match to qualify for Money in the Bank.
That's crazy how Money in the Bank is like 2 weeks away, and they're just doing Money in the Bank qualifying matches.
And they have that same design that they had last year with like the thieves. Do you remember that? Like those graphics?
Sorry, I have a bubble in my throat.
Yeah, I was burping too. They have the same graphics with the thieves like robbing the briefcase and stuff.
I like it, but it's like, man, I really wish they would have switched it up.
I like it too. I don't mind them though not switching it up because I did like the graphics last year for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but hell yeah, Alexa Bliss, I'm about that. I remember people were complaining online saying like, "Oh, why are they giving to her? She's old." And then she's like, I'm the youngest woman in that match, right?
I saw a tweet that said that like we give it to the oldest there, and then it had a fact check that she's in fact 32 and this person's 33 and this person's 35 or something like that.
Dude, man, fans are fucking stupid.
I told you that Money in the Bank is brought to you by Cash App.
By Cash App? No, that's crazy.
That's pretty cool because Money in the Bank, Cash App.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, hopefully they do one of those Cash App Fridays. That's what I need again. I need some more money in my account.
I remember like when they would do that, I would win like quite a bit. I had won at least like 3 times. Where they give you an extra $20 or something.
I won a lot of Bitcoin. You want to know what I did with that Bitcoin? I sold it so I could get Domino's pizza.
Hell yeah. The stuff
man.
I know.
Oh, man. I still want to try that stuffed crust. It looks good. My wife doesn't like stuffed crust, so I never really get it.
You're still... Oh, no, you married her. Never mind. You're stuck with her.
Yeah, no. That's my baby. That's my cinnamon apple.
I know. The Miz is the new host of a rebooted American Gladiators show for Amazon. They announced
American Gladiators. That's kind of sick.
I thought that was pretty cool. They announced that on SmackDown.
Hell yeah, dude! I fucking love American Gladiators. I need to fix my camera.
Hell yeah.
Oh, now go ahead and continue while I fix this.
Julia is now officially part of the SmackDown roster.
Is she really? That's fast.
That's what she came out of Nick Aldis's office and Alexa Bliss was with Charlotte Flair, and then Nick Aldis was like, "Hey everyone, welcome the newest member of SmackDown, Julia."
Dang. Is that one of the fastest call-ups since like Kevin Owens?
I don't know. That's fucking fast though, because
Because
is what's her name part of Raw? Roxanne Perez. They don't call her Perez. They call her Perez.
Perez, ugh,
I know
I
it's
hate
gross.
that. I want to say she is because she's
I
been on
think
there a
she's.
lot. I remember she was feuding with Bailey for a little bit.
Hmm.
But wait,
Yeah,
Bailey's on SmackDown, right?
I don't even know. Everyone's everywhere.
They need another draft. That's what they need.
All I know is when I see Bailey, I get a draft. If you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh.
Lorenzo, you're so bad.
No, I don't know what I mean by that. Let's see here. Oh, and finally, Solo Sikoa advances in a Money in the Bank match qualifier.
He faced. Who did he face?
He was in a triple threat.
Jimmy Uso. I know Jimmy Uso was in the match, but who was the other person?
I don't think it was Penta.
Nah, I don't think it was Penta either. Fuck. But I mean, good for Solo. I don't mind Solo. Everyone gives him so much shit. It's not fair. The one thing though, I'm worried about. I don't know if you saw, but next week, if I remember the match correctly, another Money in the Bank qualifying match. Aleister Black, LA Knight, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh my god, those are all three of them. I want them to win.
I know, man. It's like I love LA Knight. I want him to win. I love Aleister Black. I want him to win. And you can never get me to boo Shinsuke, man. You can never get me to boo Shinsuke.
I saw him do a promo, and it was he's like, "LA Knight, the break of your back." I know he was just saying shit like,
Damn, hell yeah. Just like that. You're like, yeah, you break his fucking back.
"You see the warrior that is Shinsuke." I don't know. I like Shinsuke though very much.
I fucking love Shinsuke. I miss the rock star, though. I remember before we continue on, he had a feud with Bobby Roode in NXT. And he goes, Bobby Roode, you remind me of Shiba Inu. And Bobby Roode, what's a Shiba Inu? And then he goes, it's a Japanese dog. And then everyone's like, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. Dude, it was one of the funniest fucking things, man. I love Shinsuke so much.
Shinsuke's great. Fucking Shinsuke. And then I saw Dynamite. It was Beach Bash or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet fought a one-legged wrestler.
Oh, Zach Gowen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
do you know Zach Gowen?
I do now after watching Ricochet fight him. And they
Zach
told the
Gowen,
story.
he's the one-legged wrestler that fought Brock Lesnar in like 2003.
That sounds
that?
familiar.
You ever seen a video of Brock Lesnar shoving that dude down the stairs in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
That's Zach Gowen.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You should definitely go and see Zach Gowen versus Brock Lesnar. It's like on an episode of SmackDown. Brock Lesnar fucks him up, like F5s him to the ring post because he breaks his leg. Steel chair to the head. He's bloody. Zach Gowen's mom's in the fucking front row. They take him out on the gurney, and Brock Lesnar comes out and fucking flips the gurney over. Like, it was really brutal. Like, you should definitely go and watch that. It's kind of rememberable.
I bet you afterwards Brock was like, "Hey man, I wasn't too stiff on you, right?"
He's like, hey buddy, you like piss vids? He's like, what? What's a MySpace? No, MySpace was around that time. I don't know. But Zach Gowen looked great though.
Just even though he got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, he looked. Well, no, Ricochet beat the shit out of him.
Oh no, Ricochet beat him, but not the shit out of him. He just beat him.
Okay. No, that's funny though.
But he had that. MJF was accepted into the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate.
About that segment, me and Giselle were watching it, and we couldn't stop freaking out at Tony Khan because that guy's probably coked out. I think.
Oh, when
like,
he went back there and he was like, "He's right here. He's right here."
just
Like a
like
little
all
kid.
scary. It's like, oh my god, dude! Like you own this company. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's even crazier. He's got all that money to blow because of his dad.
Oh my god, I don't even know what's happening anymore, man. Tony Khan's doing this to himself. It's kind of hard to like not make him a meme.
God, I wish I had generational wealth. Be nice.
I know. I wish I had what's it called? Nepotism.
I got two of them. Two nippletisms. No.
Ew.
Ew. Sky Blue is back on Dynamite. Speaking of nepotism, Sky Blue is back.
I'm so glad. It's the world is right. Sky Blue is back, and Mina Shirakawa won that fatal 4-way, and it is fantastic. I'm glad. I'm happy. All is right in the world now. I think it's crazy that they bring back Sky Blue in her hometown of Chicago, and then they have her lose.
It's bullshit. They couldn't have let her fucking have a title shot. It was just a title shot. Come on, it wasn't like she's winning the fucking title.
That match was for the title shot?
Yeah, if you, it was like an eliminator apparently. So if Tony Storm lost, whoever won got a shot at the title.
Yes, I remember that. So what would happen if Tony Storm won?
Then no one would get a shot at the title, and they would.
Is that really what it is?
That's apparently what they're saying an eliminator is. I had no idea what an eliminator was, but yeah, Tony Storm's been in all these eliminators, and she's been winning each and every one. So no one's been getting like title shots because every time she wins it, the title shot goes away. But whoever was to win one of these 4 ways or 3 ways or whatever would get a title shot.
Huh, that's weird to put the champion in that predicament.
Yeah, and I guess it's just because she's like a working champion or whatever.
Well, I get it. It makes sense. I know after that match that one chick in the match, Azumi, I didn't know that's how you pronounce her name, but it's like AZM. She was the 4th competitor in that 4-way dance.
Mm-hmm.
That she was the one who won the Never Open Weight, one of the belts that Mercedes Moné had. So Mercedes Moné flipped out and she was about to walk out, and then Mercedes Moné came and like beat the shit out of her, and then Jamie Hayter came out and beat the shit out of Mercedes Moné.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie Hayter looks like she's from the 70s. Like she looks great.
Yeah, she wears that gimmick real well. What she is wearing looks good on her.
Yeah, so I know that's gonna be a match at Double or Nothing.
And then
well, besides, oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Lastly, Gabe Kidd from NJPW showed up and helped Moxley beat Samoa Joe for the title. So there's going to be an Anarchy in the arena at Double or Nothing, and it looks like the Ops, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, and Willow Nightingale against the Young Bucks, the Death Riders, and that Gabe Kidd.
I think this is what we were talking about, right? When the last pay-per-view when the Young Bucks came back. Remember when we were discussing, I feel like this is going to set up an Anarchy in the arena match because the Young Bucks came back, and sure enough, look what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were saying that.
Check mate.
Lastly, here on Collision, and I don't know if you saw it trending yesterday, the Black Adam.
Yes. Tell the fans what happened.
So what I wrote here, apparently they cut off the main event, which was Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wheeler Yuta, with Black Adam, which was the last 30 minutes of the show. So I don't know if they had technical difficulties. That's what they was saying on the TNT or TBS airing of it, but it was like, AEW's having technical difficulties, and then they just showed Black Adam for the last 30 minutes, and I saw it trending on Twitter when it was just like Black Adam and it was just like, oh, even The Rock shows up in AEW to
Oh
change the
my god! To,
storyline.
to finish the story, change the
Yeah.
story, insert himself. Yeah, because I saw them talking about that on X on Twitter, and they said, I think it was AEW. They're like, "Oh, we apologize for the inconvenience. Once it finishes airing, like on the West Coast time, like we're gonna upload the whole video like today, like on demand, which is what they should do in the first place because they usually wait a week until they upload the next episode. I noticed that."
Hmm.
Because I know there's times I go on Max because if I miss it on Wednesday, I'll go home and try to watch it, but it's the week before that's uploaded completely.
That's so weird.
It is weird, man. I hate that they do that. Like, I really wish they could, like, if they have the power to do it an hour later, just like Raw on Netflix or just like Peacock with their PLEs, I don't understand why Max, another billion-dollar company, can't do that as well. It's so odd.
But this Bash at the Beach, it was recorded on Wednesday with Dynamite, because I know like Wednesday they had Dynamite, right? The Bash at the Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the same audience. When you see the same signs in the audience,
Mm-hmm.
so they had the same audience and the same signs if you look, and they even had some people on Twitter sharing some clips of, here's a clip of Harley, what's her name?
Cameron?
Yeah, Harley Cameron biting Anna Jay's ass or something like that from the match.
Oh, and then that's next week's episode.
And that was Collision's episode. That was supposed to be.
Oh,
So
okay.
they already recorded Collision, right, on
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, like afterwards or whatever, how they do it, how they would
Mm-hmm.
do what would they do Friday night, when they did have Friday night.
Oh,
So they
Rampage.
Rampage. So they did already have it recorded, but for some reason they had technical difficulties, and they not only did they have the technical difficulties on the live showing, quote unquote live showing, but when I was watching it on Max, it only had an hour and a half. It didn't have the full 2 hours.
Only an hour and a half. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So it ended right at the Steve Mongo McMichael tribute, like right after that.
Man, that's odd the way they're doing all that, man.
I don't know what the purpose of it was. If they really had, I don't think they really had technical difficulties. Something just happened with the match to where they didn't want to show it or something.
Yeah, because I know whenever I would watch AEW like in person, what they would do their shows, like they'll do live recordings of Dynamite, and then after Dynamite goes off the air, then they'll take their time recording Rampage right after. So they would record the two shows in one day, and then they would air it like, AEW Dynamite live from Austin, Texas. They would show it in Austin, live, and then that Friday it's like, oh, like live from Austin, Texas, but it's like not live; it's pre-recorded from
Mm-hmm.
that same night on Wednesday. Um, I feel like that's kind of like a little over redundant. I kind of wish they did it live on Fridays as well, just so they could separate their big ass rosters. You know, like how Raw and SmackDown. I don't want to compare like apples to oranges, but it'll give more time for your stars to shine, to cut promos and everything, and there'll be equal opportunity. Well, more opportunity for everybody there on your big ass roster. You know.
Well, and it messes with the flow too, because I know they had the Hurt Syndicate, right, for instance, and they were like, oh, uh I want these two tag teams to who was it, like Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus Crew, I think
Yes.
it was Crew, and they were like,
Mhm.
I want y'all both to fight at Collision, and Collision is that same night. It's just
Mhm.
like, it's just in an hour after the it ends, like live. It ruins the whole flow of things too. Y'all are gonna fight at Collision, but it's really like they're already dressed to fight because they are gonna fight that same night.
Yeah, man, it's weird, and then it's like I know like AEW is like very like high paced, fast paced, like intensity, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like if you're gonna have like these recordings to where, you know, Dynamite's gonna be live and then recording. Not only are you recording Rampage right after, but also you're still gonna have to keep that high intensity for Collision as well. Like that's a lot of fucking wrestling, and it's like you're taking your time in between matches where like Justin Roberts is talking to the crowd, but it's just like, man, like I'm drained out, you know, from like
Mm-hmm.
popping the whole night or like just reacting to what I'm watching. It's
Mm-hmm.
exhausting. It really gets exhausting. I feel like they could have more reaction to the show, like if it was separated. That's how I feel.
Well, no, and I get why they do it like that, you know, because they don't want to like drops or set up stuff and then unset it up and then set it up again, or
Mhm.
have the crowds. All time is money, you know what I mean? But it still ruins the flow of it, like you said, and the energy and stuff like that going into it, where the crowds are like drained, or they're
Mhm.
just like, you know, almost like jet lagged. It's like confusing to have them do two different events on two different days,
Mhm.
and it messes with the continuity of everything. I don't know. It's just a weird. It's a whole nother thing that messes with the illusion of wrestling. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree, but um, it's a pretty solid week of wrestling in general.
Yeah, it's gonna be even more like Jeff Cobb next week. It's gonna be solid as fuck for
Solid as fuck. Hell yeah, man! I like that.
Jeff Cobb next week.
Yeah, so I know like we were talking about it too before we were recording. Spoiler alert for those next week's episode. We're good. There's 3 events happening all next Memorial Day weekend. And we just found out of the third one, which was what was it? Saturday night's main event that was happening this Saturday. And then Sunday it was NXT Battleground and AEW's Double or Nothing.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking weekend of wrestling. That's crazy. But spoiler alert for episode 78. Please show us some love. We're going to be reviewing that next week. I mean, we're still going to be talking about wrestling now, but I just want to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Are y'all excited for next week's pay-per-views? Why or why not? Let us know, please. And give us a 5-star rating on Spotify.
And if you or a loved one have a gambling problem, no, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
No.
I'm the gambling problem. Ah!
No, get out of my head!
Leave me alone. Ah!
Get out of my
Akira!
head! Hey, I got a clock in my arm.
17 shots from 38. Oh, man. You're giving me fucking fever dreams, man. I can't open my eyes.
You haven't seen I was showing my niece but I don't know, but on TikTok that shooby bop bop shoo bop bop boo bop
Oh, my.
boo bop
That's
shooby bop.
Yeah. Me and Richard quote that all the time, and Brian, too.
I was showing my niece that, and she was like, I was like, look, this is like a meme, you know, or whatever. I guess, you know, I was trying to explain it to her, like, look, this is what I watch, and she was like, yeah, and she was all, this only has like 5,000 likes. Like, is this popular? And I was all, no, this is just day 12 of them posting this. This is everyone watches this. And she's
Oh,
like,
dude.
and I was like, this is actually like real funny, I guess, or real popular. I don't know if it's real funny, right?
Oh,
But
man.
I crack up every time I see it. And
Dude,
no. She's like, what is it? What does it mean? I was like, no, it doesn't mean. Is this an Adult Swim show? No, it's not. It's just something that it's just a meme. I just watch it. It's funny.
Yeah, someone played that video like at regular speed. I'm like, the regular speed version is like not funny at all. It's like I just like the sped up version. That's your body do. That's your body do. That's your body do. That's your body do. Oh man, Lorenzo, you just made my week. I just want to let you know that. Thank you.
Dude, That it's hilarious.
It's great, man. It's great. But what else do we have on this agenda, man? What do we got?
Speaking of AEW, we have the Double or Nothing 2025 card so far. Let me see here.
Oof.
And there is more to be announced. You know how they like their 8-hour shows, but first off, they have Anarchy in the Arena, which I think we talked about, right?
Yes.
Who would be in it? Let me see if I have who I wrote down again.
Yeah. If you need to, I also have it here on my phone as well.
I wrote that it's most likely the Ops, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale against the Young Bucks, the Death Riders, and Gabe Kidd.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely. So that's like, I don't know, 7-on-7 or 8-on-8. It's quite a bit. Unless they're gonna do 5-on-5, I don't know, and cut it down.
It's an NBA playoff game, man. That's fucking crazy.
Next year, Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page.
That's gonna be a killer match.
Did you see that tag team match they had?
It was good.
Oh yeah, the
It
moves
was
they were
good.
doing were pretty good.
Hell yeah, I like that hidden blade to the buckshot lariat combo. That was actually pretty sick.
That was badass. Next year, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. I don't know
We
who the Sons of
hurt
Texas
people.
are.
We hurt people. 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 We hurt people.
Such a great theme song.
Oh, dude, it's good. I love it, like, unironically.
Yeah. No, it's a good theme song. We hurt people. Shibari boo boo ba ba ba. We hurt people.
We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Next year, Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter.
Yes, that's Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final, which the winner gets a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship at All In.
That's the same with the Ospreay Hangman Adam Page, right? That one's the men's one.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh yeah, and next year, Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa, I believe, for the title.
Yes, that is for the title. I'm ready. I am ready.
Then they have FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia.
That should be good. I like Daniel Garcia.
I don't know about FTR's heels. I don't know. I mean, I get why they're doing it because they were getting pretty stale as baby faces, but I don't know. I don't think they're very good heels, in my opinion.
I think it depends. It's been a while since I've seen them be heels, so I'm indifferent about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last match, I didn't know. I guess they announced this match on Collision because I don't think they announced it on Dynamite.
If they did, I didn't see it. Maybe they did it real quick.
Mm-hmm. That match that we're talking about is Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. So that one should be good. It looks pretty good so far. I really hope they keep it just to 7 matches.
No.
That'd be great. I'm more than likely I'm gonna watch it. Am I gonna pay for it? I don't know.
They're gonna have at least 4 more matches and then 2 more on the pre-show.
I have a friend, my friend Paul, that was telling us about the theme song made by Marco V. Shout out to Marco V.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling him, yeah, man, I might end up buying Double or Nothing, and he says the same shit that we both say. Is like, dude, don't buy it. Don't buy it.
That's all. I swear, like every time I feel like you buy a pay-per-view, because I haven't bought one in forever, but you buy it and you're like, man, I shouldn't have bought that. And it's just like, yeah, I told you.
I do know. Honestly, the last one I bought was All In last year when it was Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. That was pretty good. I like that pay-per-view. The other ones that I've been watching were the free ones, and those have been fucking shitty.
Well, maybe. Maybe it's because you're not buying it that it's been shitty.
Maybe. Am I part of the problem?
Maybe.
I hope
Mhm.
so. Hmm? Hmm?
I still wouldn't buy it though. Not in this economy.
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens. All the fucking tariffs,
Mm-hmm. It's terrible,
terrible, terrible. That's nice. That's good.
terrible. But yeah, that's the card so far for AEW Double or Nothing. Let's see here what we have next year on the news. WWE is saddened to learn that Terry Brunk, known to wrestling fans as Sabu, has passed away. WWE extends its condolences to Sabu's family, friends, and fans.
That's crazy that he passed away. First off, rest in peace, Sabu. Like
Mm-hmm.
very fucking iconic to ECW. And I never saw him wrestle in ECW because I was still like younger at the time. But I saw him wrestle when in WWE, like 2005, 2006. And I remember the matches he would have against like John Cena. There was one spot I remember specifically. It was the lead up to the next pay per view. I don't know if you've seen clips of it where Cena's on the announce table and Paul Heyman's like directing Sabu, like, Sabu, go and run against him. And he runs up against the chair and stands on the top rope, but he balances on the top rope for like a solid 2 seconds and then just jumps and leg drops through the announcer's table. I don't know if you ever seen that clip.
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, if I ever find it, I'll send it to you because it's like one of the most like if that's aura, that's aura. You know, like that was just fucking sick. But it's crazy how like 1 month after this crazy match that he had with Joey Janela, 1 month later he passes away.
That's what's tripping me out is that I remember seeing we were reading the news. It was about Sabu having a match, and then like not
Mm-hmm.
even a little bit later, it's like, oh, Sabu passes away. And I was all, what? Didn't he just have a match
Yeah,
on
man, it's just
ECW?
crazy. But rest in peace to Sabu. I know, like very very heartfelt in the wrestling community, especially like with Taz. Like I know Taz has been talking about it a lot, like on commentary, and he's hurt by it. I don't know if you know, but they're setting up. I forgot it's Taz and Rob Van Dam. I think they set up a GoFundMe to help pay for Sabu's funeral, and people were talking about Paul Heyman how he's a piece of shit that he should help pay for the funeral because he helped, with Sabu and everything. I don't want to dip into that because that's very personal with someone's passing. But it's sad. It really is sad. It sucks to see somebody go like that. You know.
No, for real, especially when they were like still working. I don't know, like it sucks that they got to work to make a living, and I mean, that is with everyone, right? But especially
Mm-hmm.
a wrestler at his age having to like work at the capacity he was working at to
Mm-hmm.
just get by, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. I've been seeing clips. I think it's of the last podcast that he was interviewed on for Sabu, and he was talking about like his time in like 2005, 2006, like WWE, ECW era, and he talks about how much he liked working with John Cena, like how cool of a sport John Cena was. That yeah, he would help me call out my spots that I forgot in my match, and it's like we were able to work really good with each other. He's like, no, he's very professional, and it's like I respect John Cena, and he would just talk shit about Test because he said that Test was a fucking asshole like around that time. Because when Test came back, Test was really fucking big and buff and everything, and that Test refused to fucking put CM Punk and Sabu over, right? It's like because CM Punk was new and Sabu was saying that he wanted to push CM Punk because he knew CM Punk was gonna be like the next big star. He's like, yeah, that take the finisher, you take the pin, Test. He's like, I ain't gonna take the fucking pin. He's like, well, why not? He's like, because I'm 6'4". He's like, I'm not gonna do that to y'all guys. I'm not gonna let y'all pin on me. And like CM Punk and Sabu laughed in Test's face and it got him all pissed off. Oh man,
uh,
but I know another thing that's been going around the wrestling community is that people are kind of upset with Joey Janela. I don't know if you were able to see this, but Joey Janela is being accused of giving Sabu some type of substance to help him through his last match. That I guess is like totally illegal.
Really?
From what I understand, I took screenshots here.
Mm-hmm.
So on the screen right now, what Lorenzo has pulled up, it's an interview with Phil Schneider of Uncrowded. Joey Janela says Sabu couldn't walk 2 hours before his last match and was giving kratom, a drink used to help people suffering opioid withdrawal. So I took a couple screenshots. If you don't mind me reading it, it's from this article.
Yeah.
So it was just talking about like the career of Sabu, and it gets to the point where they talk about Sabu's last match and the experience he had in that last match. So they were talking about how great he is and everything. And then they're talking to Brett Lauderdale, and he is the promoter for GCW. The GCW Game Changer Wrestling is the event where Sabu had his last match against Joey Janela in that barbed wire match. The stuff that I got here says, predictably, the quote, predictably, at the night of April 18th show was chaotic. Nothing was going to be easy with Sabu. Quote, I was fairly confident that he was fine. Sabu's opponent, Joey Janela, told Uncrowned several days after the event. Quote, I was keeping in contact with him, and he had a team of people around him, guys this time. They were all saying he was ready to go, that he was going to go to the gym. He was on a training program. I believed them until the day of the show. Then 2 hours before, I get a call. Sabu can't walk. What do you mean Sabu can't walk? They said, yeah, Sabu, something with his knee. They're locked up. He can't walk, and his feet are bleeding. He's not coming. Sabu's not coming. I said, Sabu's fucked. So we talked to indie wrestler Matt Tremont, and Tremont is about to be the replacement for the match. And I feel like this is going to be the most embarrassing moment of my wrestling career. There's 2,000 people here. This is one of the biggest spring breaks ever, the biggest crowd Mania weekend indie-wise. And I'm going to have to go out there and announce that Sabu once again no-showed his own retirement match. Brett Lauderdale was less concerned. In the back of my mind, I knew Sabu was coming, he said. I never once worried. If we didn't hear from Sabu, that I would be worried. But the fact he was communicating, I knew he was coming. We're an hour into the show, and I said, just get Sabu here, Janela continued. So they gave him something called kratom. You could buy it at a smoke shop or something. It's like a legal opiate or something. They said, he's hopping on the bed, he's hopping off the bed, and we're going to get him to the show. So he shows up 2 hours into the show. Sabu was on a different fucking planet. Everyone backstage was like, what the fuck is this match going to happen? And my God, did it happen. So then they're talking about like how the match went and everything. And I looked up kratom, and it says here, what is kratom used for? Kratom is a supplement that is sold as an energy booster, mood lifter, pain reliever, and remedy for the symptoms of quitting opioids called withdrawal. And then it says, is kratom legal in the U.S.? Although kratom is technically legal at the federal level, some states municipalities have chosen to ban the substance, making it illegal to sell, process, grow, or use it. That's really all the information that I have here as far as like that situation. But people are saying that Joey Janela can get in a lot of trouble if they were to do an autopsy on Sabu, and they find this stuff in the system. But I don't know too much into that. What's your opinion about Joey Janela killing Sabu?
Well, you see, and I don't know. I don't think kratom's more on the natural side of like it said, the supplements, where it's not really a drug. It's a supplement that can help with easing that, like the concept of withdrawal. But I don't know. I don't think it was his fucking thing of kratom that really did in Sabu. I mean, I think it was just the years and years of everything else, and then the stress of that last match, I'm sure. But maybe, I don't know. Who knows if it was the last match? But Um, I don't think it was the kratom that really did him in. I've tried
Mm-hmm.
kratom before, a little teaspoon of it. It didn't do anything to me, but I didn't want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is
tastes
it legal
nasty.
here? Is it legal
Yeah,
here in
it's legal.
Texas?
Yeah, it's legal.
Huh.
Tastes
I
nasty.
never heard of kratom in my life. This is actually the first time I heard about kratom.
Mm.
Um, like opioids. I don't know anything about drugs, so I apologize. But what the fuck is opioids?
Like
Are
pain
those?
relievers, those like hardcore pain relievers that take you to
Oh,
another world and shit. I believe.
oh. So Sabu was addicted to that. I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like.
Yeah. I don't want to assume or anything because I don't know anything about. Like, I'm going off very little information. I'm just going based off of the article. But I know, like, I just saw right now that they said RVD, like, people criticizing Joey Janela, like, that's ridiculous. And so,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it
you never
wasn't.
know.
Yeah, for sure, it wasn't his position to say, "Hey, you should take this kratom." Like, "Hey, I'm a dietitian," or "Hey, I'm a doctor," or a nutritionalist. "Hey, you should take this and then go and wrestle." If you can't even walk, you know, like,
And
"Hey,
his
Sabu
feet
can't
are
walk."
bleeding too.
Yeah. Like, "Hey, there's 2,000 people and he can't walk. I don't know what to do. Let me give him this substance." And it's like, bro, maybe you should take him to a doctor if he can't walk. His feet are bleeding.
Hey, but GCW, their crowds are kind of stupid.
Oh
They
yeah.
just, oh, he can't perform in a death match. It's like, first off, you fucking fat fuck, you can't probably perform in a death match either. I shouldn't be saying anything because I'm fat fuck too. But it's like, it's a whole different environment, because those are for the sickos. It's for the sickos. Um, but I know like a lot of them probably would have been pissed off if Sabu wouldn't have fucking no showed, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they would have been very disappointed, especially how he was painted out to be this big, really big indie crowd for his last match, and he knows if he were to no show his last match, it would just be humiliating to some, disappointing to others, you know. So I get it, but at the same time, I mean, look where we're at now. That might have been the case of why this person is not here anymore, you know, because he
Mm-hmm.
showed up to that last match.
I'm trying to see where this event was taking place or like the name of this event. Cause I'm trying to figure out if whatever state that they were in when the show was happening, if kratom is actually legal in that state. Because then that could be a whole different thing too.
Yeah, if it was Mania weekend, it was probably in Vegas, right?
You know what? Maybe that's what I would assume.
Yeah.
Um, no, I can't. Oh my god, it's taking me to Reddit. I don't want to go to fucking Reddit.
You want to see a dead body, and he just
You
takes
want
you
to
to
see? I
Reddit.
was like, please no. Joey Janela's Spring Break 9. That is the name of the event, and this was in Nevada.
Mm.
So now is what kratom
Hmm.
legal in Nevada? It is legal in Nevada, but with certain regulations. Age restrictions. Kratom can't be sold to individuals under 18. Obviously,
Mm.
it is illegal to sell kratom products that are unadulterated with substances that affect the quality or strength of the product, making it harmful to consumers. Kratom products must be properly labeled with clear ingredients and direction for safe and effective use. Um, in Nevada, kratom products intended for sale must be registered within the State Board of Oriental Medicine, according to Nevada legislator documents. In summary, while kratom is legal in Nevada, it is important to ensure that products are obtained from reputable sources and comply with state regulations regarding age restrictions, adulteration, and labeling.
Well, rest in peace to Sabu. I mean,
Rest in peace of Sabu. It's a very touchy subject, and it's like kind of weird when you have people pointing fingers, like, "Oh, you're responsible for killing this person," when it's like it's legal, like they're following the protocol and everything. Like it's a suggestion.
yeah. Ultimately, it was Sabu's own decision to take that substance. It was his own decision to wrestle. It was
Mhm.
his own decision to, I mean, of course, it wasn't his decision to die, but that doesn't mean he wanted to, nor none of these people were doing it in sort of an ill way to where they wanted him to die.
Did they say how he passed away? Oh, he had a. Never mind. This is fucking stupid. It's like, oh, Sabu passed away at the age of 36. I'm like, no, he wasn't 36. He was 60. Yeah, but overall, the touchy subject. Rest in peace to Sabu.
Mm-hmm. No, he will be remembered. I already see a lot of people remembering him, and then I'm sure this will keep going along with that Joey Janela with the whole controversy.
Yeah, man, and it's very touchy, very sensitive topic.
Next year on the news, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega explains why being the elite, blah blah blah, being the elite stopped. Mentioning how recently he and the Young Bucks were watching old clips, laughing at their silly bits. Let's take a look here.
Bucks, Hangman, Cody. It was like all of us, respectful, polite individuals, always trying to do things. We would never go out of our way to maliciously hurt anybody. And if ever we did anything in character in that manner, it was to tell a story and ultimately be in jest.
Sure.
But as the times changed, and I was actually recently watching some old clips back when I was joking around with the Bucks because they were going through some old footage. We're just laughing at all these old scenes. We're just doing the silliest of things. And it's like we knew we were joking. People loved what we were doing back then. And they're all laughing with us and at us.
Sure.
And we loved that they were. But we're just like, man, isn't it kind of sad that we just can't do it anymore?
Absolutely.
And it's like, yeah. And it's like, well, it's like, who did we hurt by doing this? Nobody. Who would we hurt if we did it again today? Nobody. But it would offend somebody. And then that somebody would go out of their way to make sure they would hurt us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they would feel empowered by that. And it's like, okay, well, I'll just stay in my shell and just do what I'm being paid to do then. And that part of it was kind of a Debbie Downer.
All right, that's Kenny Omega explaining why being the elite stopped. What do you think of that?
Do you know why they stopped? Like being the elite?
I know you were mentioning earlier before the show, I think it was because of CM Punk.
Because that was like the main factor was that whole brawl out after All Out. That all of that shit had happened. And I think it's more of like he's, like threatening for like the defamation clause, whatever. I don't know anything about like legal actions or anything like that. That's a whole nother big fucking thing, right? But it does suck, man, because I remember like around that time, like 2017, 2018, I fucking loved being the elite. I was subscribed to their YouTube channel and I was watching their episodes religiously, and it was so fucking funny. Like it was just very in a cringe way, but it's like, like what Kenny Omega said, like they weren't taking it seriously. A lot of people that were featured on being the elite ended up becoming big superstars like in AEW at the time, So I don't know if you remember, but one of the bigger groups, I don't know, remember SCU? It was with Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky.
No.
They ended up being the first AEW tag team champions for AEW when they first started, but they were known for being like a segment on being the elite. And dude, it's so fun because every town they would go in, like they would just shit on it. Like, man, this is the worst town I've ever been in. And then like Frankie Kazarian, like, yeah, like this stupid town, like blah 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 blah. And that became their spiel. And people were just like so fucking behind it. So I remember my brother and I, we went to Ring of Honor and they had it here at like one of the bingo halls, and it was like sold out, like 3,000 people. It was a lot of fucking people. And SCU comes out and they did the whole show. this is the worst town I've ever been in. And they talk about the Alamo, they talk about Tim Duncan and the Spurs. Don't talk about the Spurs when you're in San Antonio, because man, like you're gonna get chased out of here, So that like they're doing all of that, and it was like some of the funniest fucking things where it's like Flip Gordon was also a big thing on there too. Cody Rhodes just showed up on Being the Elite, so he was starting to be a big thing on there as well. And it was just good wrestling content. Like, it was just very comedic when people were just taking it so seriously. And I think that's the thing too, where it's like tribalism kind of like ruined Being the Elite as well. Where it's like, oh, like this is funny, oh, this is not funny, like fuck this, I ain't gonna support them, whatever. And with this whole defamation thing that happened as well, that they ended up passing Being the Elite to the Dark Order. And it's nothing against the Dark Order at all. Like, I do think they're funny. We are just talking about this, right? Where it's like, I do think they're funny. They're hilarious. But it's just not the same. Like, I haven't watched their videos in years since, maybe since like around COVID time. Like, it was before it had happened because, like you said, there's a lot of wrestling content out there. It's hard to keep up with everything. But it's a shame that, reminiscing on old times, saying like how it can't go back to how it used to be.
No, and I never really used to watch Being the Lead. I think I had like buddies who would watch it, and I don't know, I just never got into it. But I don't see it hurting anyone. It being on there, yeah. I could see CM Punk being a bitter person to where he would want that taken off completely, just in case they were to ever try to make fun of him. I could see him doing that. So I get it. I get that level of pettiness. I really do. But what can you do other than try to protect your image by any means necessary, especially if you're old and tired and you work with kids. I wouldn't want to fucking deal with that shit either, I guess.
Yeah, it's different generations now at this point. I don't want to say CM Punk's old, like he's not old, but it's like different generations of wrestling to where like more people are going to be sensitive than others. Like you want best for the company, but if you got, you have coworkers that are childish as fuck, like you're never going to get through them either. Like it happens in the real life. It happens in the real world. Like we see it every fucking day, And but the thing is that they have money, and it's like, oh well, if you don't do this, like I'll sue you. Oh fuck, well I don't want to get sued. Okay.
Yeah, I would stop too if it was just like, oh, you're gonna get sued if you keep doing it. All right, never mind. We'll just fucking not do it then. No, that's pretty safe.
Yeah. Do you have like a specific point in time where it's like you just didn't like, you stopped caring for like the Elite or like the Young Bucks in general, or it just like grew over time?
I never really liked the Young Bucks from the beginning. Like I knew of them. I remember, I think from you and then from my buddy Retro Horror Inc. Like I knew of them, but I never ever really cared for them. And then I know slowly they just started being hated by everyone pretty much, and it was just like I was just like, okay, cool, because I never really liked them from the beginning.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was never really into them. I didn't see the fucking pizzazz of it,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like not over displayed. There's like another word for it. Like they're like not the center of attention, but they being force fed to us. Like they're in it, like Orange Cassidy. Like we talked about Orange Cassidy. Like he was in every fucking pay-per-view. He was in every fucking episode of Dynamite, Rampage, whatever. Like same thing with the Young Bucks. Like they were in just everything. It's oversaturated with the Young Bucks, and that's where it kind of turned me off. Like, man, I'm just seeing them fucking everywhere. And then you hear about everything that happened with the brawl out. It's like, oh man, like that sucks. It's like, it's just overwhelming. But it's like the way they handled that situation afterwards was very childish, and that's what like kind of completely turned me off from the Young Bucks. I understand they turned that into characters, but it's like, man, like this is something real life where it's like out of annoyance, and you're still running with this annoyance angle. It's I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. It really is.
Hmm But I do like Kenny Omega. You can never get me to boo Kenny Omega.
It's cracked me up how they're like eating
The thing is,
at this interview.
I wonder what he's eating. You think he's eating like takoyaki?
It looks like a Japanese sort of, like the way it's TV dinnered.
Hmm
How it's got like the peas here and then little squares for everything else.
Oh man, I love Kenny Omega, man. I want the best for him.
Oh, Kenny Omega. Speaking of AEW, let's see here. AEW fans immediately rejected Mina Shirakawa's new theme, so Tony Khan changed it back before her match finish. I was just making. Here's Tony Khan's tweet. I was just making sure the MJF wouldn't miss his big moment when Fight Bobby and Shelty Benjamin and the MVP finally gave him the good news tonight on AEW. Someone tweeted, "We need Mina's old theme back, boss. I'm trying to vibe." Tony Khan tweeted, "I already switched it back. AEW Dynamite." Did Tony Khan check Twitter, see if everyone ragging on that Mina theme and decided to change it back on the fly? Tony Khan tweeted, "Yeah." That's crazy that he's just checking Twitter to see if everything's okay, and it's just like, oh, nobody likes the theme. Okay, we'll change it back right in the middle of the
That's
show.
funny, man. I mean, I know Triple H looks at Twitter too, right? Like he looks at everything on Twitter.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's just so funny how Tony Khan like caved in like right away.
I didn't even notice like music or anything. Was this something you noticed, like with the theme change or anything?
Man, it's so funny because I was just mesmerized by her dancing. But the song that was playing, I don't know if it was before she like her entrance or after she won, but it sounded like a different version of I don't pay ya, I don't know how the song goes, but it's like a Spanish song. And it's a very popular song. I don't know the name of it. I apologize. But it had like that beat, and I was thinking, is this that song just like dubbed over? There was no lyrics, but it was just a beat. But I was like, is this the same song? Like, I was just very confused. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm okay with this. I'm happy Mina won. I was like, I'll take her winning any day, dude.
Well, it's good that Tony Khan checks Twitter for everything.
He's for the sickos, man. He's for the sickos.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back to watch this Dynamite because I really want to see if the song did change, if they edited it out or anything.
I know, dude. I feel like they just edit everything. Well, and then I was like, "What? No, it was a live show because the other one was the pre-recorded one.
Mm-hmm.
This one was the live one." Let's see here. What's next here? Jim Ross. On a sad note here, Jim Ross announces that he has been diagnosed with colon cancer. And this is via his own Twitter.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's a downer. Yeah, I know you had sent me the tweet. I saw the tweet too, and he's just like, "I have colon cancer," and then it was just like, "Well, that's sad. That makes me sad."
See, I'll look it up because I know he had tweeted about it, right? And he said that he's going to what's his thing? Oh, JR's barbecue. There. Oh my god, a Junior's barbecue sauce. Who the fuck is that?
Delicious. Sounds delicious.
Tasty. Yeah. So he had put diagnosed this week with colon cancer. Surgery being scheduled in the next week or two. I appreciate your concern and your support. I have nothing but love to JR, man. He's always one of the greats, man. No matter what, people will shit on him sometimes, but it's like he's so iconic, man. It's like you don't want to see anybody go through something as bad as cancer. So I hope he beats it with flying colors, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it seems like they caught it all pretty quick. Hopefully it's all like good news and everything like that. I mean, cancer just sounds scary, but hopefully they caught it all in time, and it's one of those cancers that's easily cut out. It's not one of those ones that you can't get rid of.
I think colon cancer is pretty common though, from what
Yeah,
I understand.
I think so too.
But nothing but love to Jr.
Lastly, here on the news, let's see here. TMZ reports details of Nikki Bella and Artem Chigvintsev's finalized divorce settlements. According to the documents, Nikki Bella is to pay Artem Chigvintsev $3,500 per month in child support for their son Mateo, and a total of $200,000 in lump sum payments. Bella will also cover Mateo's speech therapist costs, with extracurricular activities being split. She retains her business trusts, including Stephanie Nicole Garcia Entertainment and Bonita Bonita. The couple will alternate major holidays regarding custody of Mateo. The settlement was reportedly reached in November 2024 and recently signed off by a judge following a contentious period that included Artem's August 2024 arrest and subsequent restraining orders. So she's paying him $200,000 of a sum plus $3,500 monthly for child support. What do you think of that?
Like, my thought is, why is she the one paying the money? Because I thought she was the one who got abused.
Because she's got more money. Yeah, and I know that.
Is that really it? Like, just because she makes more?
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, right? Oh, man. This shit's corrupt.
That's crazy because she's like the woman in the situation. So you would think she would get more. And then it also depends on the state, too. I don't know what state they're coming out of. But I think it was here in Texas, they'd give it all to the woman. But if they're in one of those freaky deaky states or whatever up north,
like Florida,
yeah, and I don't know, they'd be a lot different. Those northern states, they treat women a lot different there.
What the fuck? Fucking someone just, one of the top comments for this post is someone put, Cena was right. So it says, he told her once, so the reason you want to have a kid is because you think you'll get tired of me. Brother was a goddamn prophet.
Damn. So Cena's been right. He's the heel. He's the heel Cena we all should have known. He's always been right.
Someone, what the fuck? So people are speculating, man. Dude, I gotta stop reading these comments, man. It's like, he's a piece of shit, but get that bag, sir. And then someone's put, she was actually the abuser. Like, I don't know, dude. If she had the, I don't know. That's a very fine line.
I don't know. I'm sure there's stuff we don't know about. It's just she probably makes more money. So, and this is the deal they both agreed upon. It's something that they both agreed upon, you know?
I guess, man. It's, divorces are nasty, especially if, like, man, I feel bad for the kid. That's the thing I feel bad about the most. It's, your parents have went through like this domestic abuse. They're divorced. And I just don't know how that's going to be for the child, man. It's crazy. That's the one thing I feel bad for is the child. Because I don't know the information about the husband. I don't know about Nikki Bella. Like, you do know that the husband, like, did abuse her. Because that did come out to light. But then again, it's like, I don't know what else has happened, like, behind closed doors. It's a very touchy subject, too. It is sad, man. It's terrible. Hopefully there is some justice to, like, the end of all this,
But that's the news. I'm gonna end here with some botches and funny stuff. Let me see here what we got.
Please show me something funny, man. I'm just thinking about divorces.
Here is an insane photo you sent me from, what was this? From last night's Dynamite. And this is the knee to the back of the head and then the front of the face to Will Ospreay's head. So this looks pretty.
Golly, there's a thumbnail. Dude, it's like it reminds me of like a Looney Tunes cartoon where they hit their face flat and then they pick it up and their face is just flat, you know, the perfect circle. That's how Will Ospreay's face is against the fucking pavement that is Adam Page's face. God, that looks crazy.
It looks badass though. It's a good picture.
Hell yeah, that's a very sick picture. And 4K too.
Dang. Caught in 4K.
Oh no, stop. I know what that means.
Next year on the botches, let's see here. Oh, you sent me this clip of a dude flipping.
Oh man, yeah.
Here.
So this is I forgot what his name. Ninja Mask. I think that's his name. This is so terrifying. Really, Robbie X running for his life when Ninja Mac flips into oblivion. Insanity.
行くのか大忍者コール言わぬまで見せるか忍者水尾型忍者スペシャルなんすか今の
Damn, that was pretty
That's
good.
that was the coolest shit I've ever seen, dude.
Dude, he almost didn't make it when he flipped out of the ring.
Uh-huh.
Look right there.
Ooh.
Look right there. He hit the top of the rope. He almost didn't make it there.
How much athleticism do you need to have to be doing that shit? That's crazy.
Dude, he barely made it right there. Fucking nice though. He did make it.
Dude, fuck yeah, man. Ninja Mac. Ninja Mac. I'm gonna remember that name forever.
Ninja Mac.
Ninja Mac.
Oh, here's this clip of you sent me. Penta fits in everywhere. That's just funny.
That's just badass though, man. That's great.
Here's a clip of Hornswoggle, JBL and Hornswoggle. Let's see here. You can look at it from there. There's Hornswoggle. It's just JBL hitting Hornswoggle with a trash can.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking funny. I just like how his Titantron just played back. Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
This is what I was thinking of earlier. Here's comeback season, baby, from Bailey. Jesus, why isn't she coming back from, onto what's the next one? What are we talking about?
Saturday night's main event.
There you go. Look at that. She's ready for Saturday night's main event.
She's ready for Saturday night's main event. I don't think I follow Bailey on Instagram. I'm actually gonna follow her right now.
From Bailey.
Man.
Someone tweeted.
Oh my god! Fuck off! I swear,
dude, she's pretty. I don't know why. She looks just like Lyra Valkyria. If you really want to get into a face, she looks just like Lyra. She looks great though.
She looks fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Just followed her.
Oh, here's this next one here. Here's Booker T. Booker T finally finishing his story.
Yes, baby. Here we go.
Yeah. All I imagine is just Corey Graves sitting there just
I remember the first time Stephanie Valkyria did that move in NXT and Booker T was staring at it and he didn't know what to fucking think of it. I remember he was just like just in awe, stupefied by it.
Oh my god. I love Booker T, but I hate Booker T at the same time, dude. I don't know what it is.
Next year, let's see. Oh, that guy just hit the EO Sky emote.
Hell yeah, dude! I love how he has this championship belt with him. That makes me happy.
Oh, this next one says a better leg drop than Hogan.
Lucha libre o un lap dance, cara. Espérate, tiene un mamón name like Justin Thrusting Justice. El pinche, espérate. Parece un rabbit and de repente.
What the fuck?
Oh, Hogan, mira con los George cuerpazo de hombre. Pues, pinche, that was oddly satisfying con el tap on spring de su ruca. Le vale madre al vato, güey. Messed up his. ¿Esto es su lucha libre o
Oh my god, dude! Lucha libre. Oh my god!
Last year, who let Unk use TikTok? Let's see.
Oh man, I know this guy.
Have you seen this one?
No, I just know this guy.
That mommy shit is weird. I'm freaky, but I ain't that damn freaky. Who else we got? Drew. Only if he wears kilt and nothing else. Who else we got? Tiffy. Nah, she let Ludwig touch it. Nasty bitch. Who else? Gunther, the ring general. Meet Supreme Genitals. Oh, I'm gonna touch your Ulafala. Ooh-ah. Who else? Lyra got that strong jaw. You gonna see if that motherfucker built like titanium. And Dyson sucker. Enter. You gonna see what else you got pent up under there, buddy. Punk, that's the perfect name for you. CM Punk, because that's exactly what you're gonna be when I'm done, you little bitch.
Oh my god!
Oh, can't wait for that Samoan spike. Hold on, let me readjust my $1,500 Cartier frame. Dirty Dom, you're gonna have to show me how you got your nickname, buddy.
Dude, that guy is so fucking funny, man. Oh my god.
But yeah, that was the wrestling news. That was everything. That was botches. That's all kayfabe, guys.
It's okay, Pete.
That's all kayfabe, guys. I want to thank you all for listening, watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for Gabe for being here, and thank everyone for being here. Thanks for being here. What about you, Gabe?
Same thing as you said, man. To reiterate on that, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification bell. Also leaving a 5-star rating on Spotify. You know, it all helps out the channel. Next week on episode 78, maybe we'll be talking about Saturday night's main event, NXT Battleground, and Double or Nothing. It's gonna be a busy week next week.
Jesus Christ. Can't wait for
it. We'll be all right. We'll be good.
But yeah, no, thank Gabe for being here. Thank everyone for listening. And we'll see you all next time. Peace out, everyone. Peace out.
Nice.
Bye, guys.